Introduction. A chemical bond is a force between atoms that holds them together. Covalent bond. Covalent bonds are the strongest type of bond, and they are formed by the sharing of electrons between two atoms. This means that you can use them to form molecules and polymers. Ionic, also called ionic, bond. Ionic compounds are formed when atoms lose or gain electrons. This can happen through the loss of one electron from a nonmetal to form an ionic compound. Alternatively, if a metal loses two or more electrons, forming a positive ion, it will attract extra electrons from its surroundings to form an ionic compound. An example of this is sodium chloride, NaCl, which has gained one electron from chlorine and therefore becomes Na plus and Cl. Metallic bond. Metallic bonds are formed between atoms of the same element. The bond is strong and the atoms are tightly packed, so that electrons can move freely between them. Examples of metals include gold, silver, copper, iron, lead and zinc. Methane bond. Methane is a nonpolar molecule. This means it has 4 bonds, 2 hydrogen to carbon and 2 carbon to carbon, which makes it highly polar. Methane is a gas at standard conditions, with an octet of electrons that can be shared among the atoms in its molecule. There are 3 main types of chemical bonds. Covalent bond. This is a type of electrostatic attraction between two atoms that share electrons. It's the strongest type of bond you can make in your chemistry lab. Ionic bond. An ionic bond occurs when one or more ions are transferred from one side to another. The Na plus and Cl ions and table salt are examples. The movement of ions across an electrically neutral membrane causes a net change in electrical charge on both sides, but only over distances smaller than 1 nanometer. In other words, this type of interaction is very fast.